Thanks for joining our Tuesday night broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Milwaukee Bucks going up against the Portland Trailblazers here at Moda Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And a great time to check out the power rankings, see how the teams are stacking up across the league. You look at the Bucks. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where Portland is, they have been very competitive. Maybe a little up and down, but it looked like they were figuring things out. They need to recapture that energy.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Porter is out there with Gary Trent. Then it's Turner. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Antetokounmpo in at the 4-man position. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Grant. Bob Williams is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Holiday, and it's Sharp in at the shooting guard. And we know the second night, Greg, of a back-to-back can be rough.
And the NBA has put in work trying to minimize these, but sometimes it's unavoidable. And if you have a long bench, this is when you lean into it.
Launches it. Kuzma can't get it to go. And so it's Holiday with it. They'll bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Avdia, the pass to Holiday. Kuzma pulls it in. Antetokounmpo against Sharp. Trent outside. Jacks up a 3. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Trent's got the first bucket of the night, a 3-pointer for Milwaukee. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. It's a 3-point game. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, but when you shoot a percentage in the low 30s as a team, and they did that in that game, it is just not going to be your night.
Yeah, you check the stat sheet and you can dominate just about every other facet of the game, but it's not going to make up for anything if you shoot the ball at such a low percentage.
Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Had the space there, but it's offline. Holiday against Porter. Holiday dishes to Williams. Outside Holiday. Over Porter. Portland again missing.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Williams with the block.
Oh, electric shot blocking from the Time Lord. Bit of a rut here early, just 1 of 4 so far. No, it's early, but going 0 for 4 to start a game can make a team get a little bit tight.
Back to Antetokounmpo over Holiday. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5, and that rim shrinking.
Porter against Holiday. Here's Sharp. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. And a wide open look for Porter. Cans it from downtown.
Timeout. Good to see Porter Jr. knocking down the triple. Needs to keep taking and making those shots.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
His effective field goal percentage, a favorite stat of the analytics crowd, has been on the way down over his past 10 games. His game isn't as well-rounded as it needs to be.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, Brent, the Blazers had a real chance to win some titles.
Oh, man, they ran into some great teams, too, Kevin. The bad boy Pistons and then the Bulls, obviously, with Michael Jordan. Winning a title in those days took something special, and the Blazers were right there.
And here's Porter following Jeremy Grant's 3. Pass to Turner. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. These players have been vacuums on the boards recently, leading the league in rebounding the past month. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
he must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Holiday. Kicks it out to Grant. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Grant's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. And it's Porter with the ball for the Bucks. Pass to Trent. Over Sharp. Trent can't hit. Portland's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Grant. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Took a substantial hit there, and Grant able to finish. Wow, that was a bump.
Hey, Greg, what about Jeremy Grant? He's had about every role you can imagine on any team he's played on.
And, Kevin, he started out as a second-round pick, hoping to just make a team. He's been a bench spark plug, a starter, even a number 1 option in Detroit for a couple of years. Grant's done it all.
What's up?
Brent, for about a decade, the Bucks have virtually been a lock for the playoffs.
Yeah, you think about Giannis being drafted in 2013, and absolutely nobody saw what was coming with him. They missed the playoffs in his first and his third year, and then all of a sudden, Giannis fully arrived. He's developed into a star, not just a star, but a superstar, and these guys have been contenders ever since.
You know, you were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. First free throw is good. And Brent, last season, Giannis became the first player in NBA history to average over 30 points a game on over 60% shooting from the field. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers.
Yeah, incredible stuff, Kevin. And when you think about how much basketball has changed, the variety of shots, the great big men that have dominated the NBA floors for so long, for Giannis to be able to do that in this day and age with the three-point evolution and revolution that's happened, it speaks to just how dominant a player he is.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Kuzma, good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
Well, that's a shot that Kuzma likes, very confident from the mid-range.
Holiday, the pass to Avdia. To the inside, and finished off by Avdia.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Here's Giannis. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Yep, that one goes in there.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust.
And with the chance, let's take a look now at the numbers for Denny Avdia. He's getting around 8 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's also a bit of a stopper defensively. They put him in, and their defense really tightens up.
This is his specialty. He sits on the bench, he gauges what's happening offensively, and he comes in and sticks the opponent's top scorer to freeze him out.
Now here is Holiday. Hasn't made one yet. Sharp against Trent. Here's Grant. Milwaukee with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, it never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Holiday surveying the floor. Unloads. Up and in. It's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Turner passes to Trent. Turner with the screen for Trent. There's the triple. Rebound by Williams.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
That one good for 2.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. They trail by 1. Now Trent. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Utah Jazz. Turner with a screen on Sharp. Here's Trent. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Earlier, I spoke with Chauncey Billups, and we talked about the problems that Giannis poses. He said, look, there's no easy way to defend Giannis. We have to be physical with him and keep him out of the paint as much as possible. But he acknowledged that even having multiple bodies on Giannis sometimes just isn't enough. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Things really clicking for him at the offensive end.
They're making good decisions, not wasting these opportunities.
We know, Brent, there are many roads that lead to the modern NBA, and Shaedon Sharp took his own unique path.
Yeah, Kevin, you could say that again. I mean, he was on the Kentucky campus as a player, but never participated in a collegiate game, and then all of a sudden finding himself at the top end of the NBA draft without ever playing a college game.
Shoot 2. The free throw drops for Sharp.
The potential of Shaedon Sharp is so very evident. I mean, this guy, given some more development and time to flourish, he will be an offensive force in this league for a long time.
And Portland making a change here. Kamar is checked in. And Sharp drops them both. Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt, and they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability, and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Pass to Grant. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Hard to guard when he's that close. Grant really good at drawing the defense in to foul him.
Shoot 2. And the first one drops. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
And Grant drops them both. And once known for his defense, Jeremy Grant has become a knockdown three-point shooter. Brent, he's fun to watch.
Yeah, that's really opened up some lanes for him as a player to do more, become more complete. I mean, his slashing game has come along. He's been a better rebounder. And if you foul him, he's going to cash in at the free throw line.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. Bucks number 1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment to play that fast-breaking style, and they are all in.
On defense, Portland. They lead by 7. Turner finds Trent. Porter with it. Turner with a screen on Holiday. It's Porter outside. And it's Portland with the rebound. They lost the last time they faced the Bucks. That one in Milwaukee.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Now here's Turner. Still scoreless. And yes, it's good.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Trailblazers.
Here's Holiday to the paint. Kamare misses. Bucks trail by 5. Green left side. Inside, here's Porter. Some solid defense from Grant.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Down low, here's Sharp.
And I would not test Turner. And Miles has led the NBA in blocks and just has great timing on his jumps.
And stolen by Sharp. A solo fast break. Throws down the breakaway jam.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
Now here's Turner. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Turner with a screen on Grant. And there's the block. Just stops it cold and takes possession. And Sharp has it in the corner. Grant sets a screen for Holiday. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
Porter kicks to Antetokounmpo. Clock at 6. Makes it off the glass. Giannis has got 5 points so far.
And I like that. Giannis slowing down just a little bit, in control there.
.158 left to play in the first quarter. And here's Holiday. 17 points for him last game against Oklahoma City. Green against Sharp. Grant. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. It's Porter outside. The rebound by Sharp. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Kamare. Back to Holiday. Kicks it out to Grant. Outside Holiday. Sharp with it. Launches a 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Stolen by Grant. At the elbow, Williams. Turner with the steal. Trent with it. Now defended by Grant. Giannis inside. And here's Green outside. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down.
Giannis anticipating there and just creates his own chance.
There's 45 seconds left in the first. Now here is Holiday, and he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. He gets that one.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Here's Porter, trailing by 5. Pass to Antetokounmpo, outside Green. Porter with it. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. 5 on the clock. A 3-ball. Portland grabs the miss. Williams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Kamara. Oh, good with the triple. Jeremy Grant, he is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Portland. What an amazing quarter. There was absolutely no stopping him. Back right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Blazers.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Well, they've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post positions. Harris is out there with Green, and it's Jackson in at the small forward. Pass to Kamara. To the paint. Antetokounmpo with the steal. It's 2-on-1. And it's blocked. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from hammering it in.
Oh, man, Scoot Henderson, an elite leaper.
Outside Jackson. Here's Portis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
Now, here's Thibault, defended by Portis. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. For Milwaukee, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
Free throw drops for Green. Milwaukee making a switch here. Micic checked in. Bucks trail by 4. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. To the inside. Jackson passes to Giannis. Left side, Portis. Stolen by Avdia. To the middle. Here's Thibault. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
So it's the Bucks now, after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Clinging with the steal. And here they come. Thibault, the pass to Avdia. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. The Bucks working the ball around. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Yeah, I don't know how many defenders are stopping Giannis when he's up like that.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. Prince is checked in for the Bucks. Terrific awareness among this collection of centers and power forwards. The big men averaging the most assists per contest over the previous 10 games. Second, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
It takes a tremendous feel for the game to be able to make the passes these big guys are capable of making out of the low post.
Well, an offense that's unpredictable can be tough to guard. The ball doesn't go into the low post and never come out. It keeps moving thanks to their passing ability and playing unselfish basketball.
Back to Thibault over Jackson. Thibault can't get it to go. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks, and that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Pass to Portis, Latrey, and Klingon pulls it down. Portland leading by 4. Boy, Greg, it seems like the big men have returned, and Donovan Klingon is one of them.
Yes, he is 7'2" with a wingspan to match, the capability to dominate the paint, and his impact is felt at both ends of the court.
Shot clock at 3. Portland again missing. Bucks trail by 4. Outside for Jackson. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. Antetokounmpo's got his 3rd assist on the night. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Henderson with a screen on Jackson. Henderson outside. Lets the 3 fly. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
The response there, Henderson with his own 3. So competitive.
Green, the pass to Portis. Here's Giannis. On the wing, Green. Pass to Portis. Shoots over Klingon. And it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Portis. And here are the Trailblazers now. Henderson with it. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City. Over in the corner, Avdia. On the 3 off target.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Jackson kicks to Green. Jackson a screen on Henderson. Pass to Portis. Fader on the way. Rebounded by Kamare.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Avdia finds Henderson. To the paint. Here's Klingon. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Portland. They're 8th in the conference and really looking to improve on the back end of the season.
And when you look at Portland, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
You just look at the trajectory of Turner's career. He was raw coming into the league, up and down for a number of years, but when he put it all together, he became the total package.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. And that one falls for Turner for the Trailblazers. Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. And it's Jeremy Grant in for Jabari Walker. And then for Milwaukee, Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jackson. And Trent subbed in for Green. That one drops. He ties it up. Portland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Williams, a screen on Porter. Inside, Antetokounmpo with the steal. Trent passes to Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. To the inside. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
And when you look at the career of Kyle Kuzma, he has played, Brent, various roles.
Yeah, Kevin, different spots and different things that have been asked of him by different coaches in different systems. So, six-man, spot-up shooter, go-to scorer. It speaks a lot to his adaptability. Hopefully he'll settle in and become the player that he knows confidently he is.
On the free throw, no good. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer. But, Greg, he's developed as a passer over time.
And, Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader. But he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
Now, here's Porter. 6 points for him. Back to Antetokounmpo. A miss that time. Would have put him up. And for Portland, they're shooting under 40% all in all for the game. Henderson lays it up and banks it in. Henderson's got 7 now in this quarter.
On the drive, Henderson relies on his agility to slip past contact.
And the Bucks with possession here. Here is Porter. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Antetokounmpo kicks to Porter. Three-pointer. Antetokounmpo, no good. And so Grant will bring it up for Portland. Henderson outside. Grant sets a screen for Henderson. Back to Grant. Three-pointer. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And Grant, one of those players who year after year taking on more and more offensive responsibility.
Bucks trail by 5. Outside Porter. Trent passes to Kuzma. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Kuzma's got his second basket of the night. Now Henderson. He's got 7. Grant on the wing. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Henderson, no good.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
An 80% shooter. The work he's done at the line this season, one word, solid.
And that one misses.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Portis, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Here's Turner. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Turner's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee. Portland with the ball. Outside Holiday. Pass to Avdia. Holiday, a screen on Portis. Avdia, the pass to Holiday. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's Kuzma. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Trailblazers have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Takes it inside, and it's sent back by Turner. And here's Trent. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. Portland's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter.
I like the way Avdia is competing right now, always looking to make a play.
The Bucks trail. Now here's Porter. He has 6. Turner with it. Back to Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Holiday. Porter, no luck.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
And the Bucks, they're shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Pass to Turner. Trent, left side. Here's Kuzma. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Trailblazers have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. And it's Sharp missing.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Here's Kuzma. Portland grabs the miss. Williams has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Grant dishes to Avdia. Good, and Grant gets the assist. And it's 6 points for Denny Avdia.
Just pushing through that time. Avdia asserting himself against the contact.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Miles Turner.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
.129 left now here in the second. Kuzma against Grant. Kuzma kicks to Porter. Shoots the 3, and it'll go. And the Blazer lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Kuzma.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Now here is Holiday. Pass to Grant. Sharp with it. Looking to end his cold spell. He lays it in. Sharp's got 6 points.
Just a gutsy play from Sharp as he goes inside and absorbs all the contact.
54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Trent outside. Porter against Holiday. Turner with it. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Portland's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Sharp. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Just 3 to shoot, and the wide-open shot from Avdia. Off target with his 3. Milwaukee's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Portis. Over Holiday and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. It's the Trailblazers up 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much with Doc Rivers. Doc, a back-and-forth affair so far. How do you pick it up in the second half?
Well, they were just a more physical team. I mean, they blew up all our actions. They got all the 50-50 balls. We got back in the game because we started doing it back at them, so that's important.
We'll see if you can keep that up. Thanks, Doc. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Hello, folks. Still a ways off from All-Star Weekend, but let's first check in on who's in the running for this year's three-point contest. Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when you did play?
Oh, my goodness. I make a lot more money, Ernie, than I did in my playing days, especially if you consider that all guys do is dunk and shoot threes, and as many threes as I did, oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'd be out there getting every rebound and slamming Kenny's bricks for the putback slams because none of these bigs today want any piece of prime diesel.
So let me get this straight. You would both be amazing. What a shock. Let's get back to our game featuring Portland. That first half was pretty even.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Jeremy Grant, what a contribution.
Yeah, and the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
Here's Holiday. Avdia is out there with Grant. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's Rob Williams. And it's Holiday in at the point guard. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Antetokounmpo with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Kuzma has great size, and with that frame comes great responsibility. That time, he took the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 seconds.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
There's all these little attributes to Kyle Kuzma's game that you start to see show themselves. He's developing as a passer and as a rebounder. I think his best basketball is still ahead of him.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And Kuzma, one of those forwards that can kind of go between. Plays the 4 or the small forward. And that's impressive versatility from this young player.
Now here is Holiday. Stolen. On the wing, Porter. Takes it from 10. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Porter's got his third bucket of the night.
They ran that play exactly as it was drawn up. Nice job.
And for Portland, they're shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Now Holiday. Down low. And it's sent back by Turner. Trent outside. And it's off from three-point range. Trailblazers trail by 3. Grant the pass to Holiday. Grant with a screen on Porter. Kicks it out to Grant. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Well, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Now, here's Kuzma. 10 points for him. The rebound by Grant. Grant's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Holiday goes in, and it's slammed in by Holiday.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Grant with Avdia. There's a versatility to his game that not many players can claim.
Yeah, Kevin, it's a great point. He does things on both ends. Sometimes defensively it goes unnoticed, but this guy can play a lot of different positions and is very skilled. He contributes in a lot of ways to his team.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Giannis. 9 points in the game so far. Williams with the steal. Bounce pass, Avdia. Sharp. Rebounded by the Bucks. Giannis has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Trent with the wide open look. Connects from three-point range. Trent's got his second bucket of the night. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. While we got a moment, let's now show you the teams that have led the NBA in blocks during the past month. The Bucks second.
They have been racking up the blocks lately. I mean, if they keep this up, they're going to be a very difficult matchup for anybody.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Grant with a screen on Porter. Grant on the wing. Pass to Sharp. Now Holiday, 6 on the shot clock. That 3 off the mark.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And finished off by Porter.
Serious hops from Porter on that one, slamming it down with authority.
So it's Portland now. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Williams passes to Sharp. To the paint. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
To the middle, unloads from 9. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And you know how hard Turner goes. Has the strength needed to work through the contact and finish.
One shot.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Giannis against Avdia. Grant on the wing. Back to Avdia. Pass to Williams. Here's Sharp. From outside, off the mark. The Bucks have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Trent kicks to Porter. Trent against Holiday. Trent can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And Holiday, here we go. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
You can see the determination from Holiday on that attack, expecting contact there, and got it.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot?
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
He hits the second from the line.
He was able to tie it up. He has to be disappointed that he could not give his team the lead.
On the wing, Turner. Back to Antetokounmpo. Turner finds Giannis. Bucks passing it around. Porter outside. Portland grabs the miss. Porter with the steal. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Trent. Count the basket and the foul. Denny Avdia picks one up.
Well, if you're not outside, you got to be inside. Nice touch by Gary Trent Jr.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Trent.
Such an important cog in this team's offense. When he's on the floor, Trent Jr.'s role is to try to score as much as possible.
Now here is Holiday. He's got 5. And here's Sharp. Wants to get it to Grant and does. It's tipped.
And how about Kuzma, the defensive energy he showed to get to that block.
Inside, got a piece of it. Taken away by Holiday. Here's Sharp. It's good, the assist that time from Holiday. Sharp's got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
Yeah, defense has got to be a little bit better, especially when he's looking to fire from that distance.
Here's Giannis. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. On deep, Trent. Tipped away. Portland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Outside, Avdia. Outside, Holiday. Porter with the steal. Here's the break. Jumps up. And laid in to finish the break. Porter's got 6 points in the quarter.
What quickness from Porter. He gets the steal and flies up the floor to convert on that play.
Here's Holiday. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The Trailblazers had put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. Catching up on the changes for Portland. Kamar is checked in, and Scoot Henderson subbed in for Shaedon Sharp. And Milwaukee with a change here, too. Green's checked in, and that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And there's so many plays where Drew Holiday will show you just how creative he can be with the basketball.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got his 6th rebound on the night. Green against Henderson. Pass to Kamare. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Williams. Good work defensively by Turner. Milwaukee has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Kuzma, that's good. Kuzma's got 12 points in the game.
And credit Kuzma for getting aggressive and finding this offensive rhythm in this contest. You can tell the team feeding off him now.
Here's Kamara. Here's Williams. Turner covering. Williams looking over the floor. Holiday finds Henderson. Back to Holiday. Over Porter. Milwaukee with the rebound. Giannis is... Porter against Avdia. Turner with a screen on Holiday. Back to Porter. No good on the triple.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
Here's Williams, and it's slammed in by Williams.
Yeah, using his power, Williams doesn't give them any room to interfere with that jam.
Now, here's Porter. He's got 12. Giannis outside. Back to Porter. Takes a three. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 6th assist on the night. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Pass to Henderson. And it's sent back by Turner. Fast break, Milwaukee. Porter, no luck. Portland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break. Antetokounmpo with the finish.
Beautiful touch. And Giannis, with his height and the quickness, he can get the mid-range shot pretty much any time he wants.
Holiday, the pass to Williams. To the inside. Avdia. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Trailblazers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
That one is off.
Denny Avdia has a ton of versatility, and the coaches encourage him to explore. And this guy can make an impact both on and off the ball.
Klingon, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Bobby Portis is checked in for Milwaukee. Jackson comes in for Kevin Porter. And he's good on the second. Bucks leading by 3. Pass to Portis. Antetokounmpo against Avdia. Giannis passes to Portis. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Over Klingon. Portis can't get it to go. The Trailblazers have gone 7 for 16 the second half from the field, shooting a bit under 50%.
Well, an all-around player, the screen man Avdia loves sharing the rock.
The Bucks shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. Jackson with it. Kuzma inside. Henderson defending. And another shot. The shot's good from Kuzma.
And a soft touch from Kyle.
Portland's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. Avdia with a screen for Holiday. Here's the 3. Avdia can't hit. Milwaukee in the lead. 1:41 left to play in the third. Bucks passing it around. Portis against Holiday. It's good. Portis has got his third basket of the night.
Inside, Portis knows exactly what to do. He gets physical and wins that joust.
Bounce pass, Holiday. Pass to Avdia. Over Giannis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Clock at 4. For 3, Henderson. Kuzma pulls it in. Milwaukee leading by 4. Floats it up for Giannis. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession.
And let's check out the stats for Green. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 7 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Portland. Delano Banton comes in for Drew Holiday. To the middle. Here's Banton. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, just an excellent feel for the game. Scoot Henderson understands how offense is played.
There's 42 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Portis. He's got 6. Here's Kuzma. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And so far this season, it's been average at best at the line, only 71% as a shooter.
Free throw good, Kuzma. So he hits both.
I felt like he was a little hesitant in the first half, but really he's amping himself up here and battering around to get himself to the free throw line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Right wing. Clinging with it. Working on Portis. Pass to Banton. Here's Kamare. Good on the three-point shot. Kamare's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Trailblazers. Down low. Here's
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint, unless you want to see a highlight.
Thibault for 3. And so it's Kyle Kuzma making things happen for the Bucks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Now the passing for the team becoming contagious, this time involving the big.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter. Antetokounmpo and Portis man the post position. Green is out there with Jackson, and it's Prince in at the 3 spot.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
High motor type of player. Henderson fighting tooth and nail down low.
And that one falls for Henderson.
Always those anticipatory moments with Scoot Henderson when he's out there playing one-on-one to make plays off the bounce. That's when it gets really exciting.
On offense, here are the Bucks. They lead by 1. Now, Antetokounmpo. Prince outside. Portis inside the three-point line. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Thibault in the corner. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Thibault's gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Powers through inside, Giannis.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Henderson against Green. Henderson passes to Banton. Back to Henderson. 5 to shoot. And stolen by Prince. An even 3-on-3 break. Final quarter of play. About a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Portis. The Trailblazers pull it in.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Milwaukee with the ball. It's a 1-point game. Outside Jackson. Tries from 7. Portis can't get it to go. Smart accurate passes, Greg, are really paying off for them at the moment.
And also good off-ball movement. Everyone is paying attention and looking to create the best shot for the team.
Oh, man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
And so Green will bring it up for the Bucks. Outside, Antetokounmpo. On the line. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Giannis has got 4 this quarter.
Giannis finding the mid-range J, and he can score over the top.
Green against Henderson. Pass to Klingon. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Kamare. Covered by Giannis. To the paint. Klingon's shot is off. Bucks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Portland trailing here. And here now is Thibault. Off on the layup. Got a piece of it. Antetokounmpo against Henderson. Jackson looking around, and the wide open shot from Green. No good on the 3. The Trailblazers shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Kamare, defended by Portis. Henderson outside. Wide open shot is on the money.
Such a confident young man. Scoot just goes for it.
Milwaukee has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Portis kicks to Green. For the 3. Got a hand on it. Now here's Thibault. Guarded by Prince. Thibault, the pass to Banton. Henderson outside. They set the pick. It's Klingon, top of the key. Here's Banton, guarded by Green. Misses the 3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Bobby Portis. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Trailblazers.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Man, scoring off of turnovers is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight at converting on those chances.
And he knocks down the first one. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Klingon. Jeremy Grant comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Sharp's checked in for Delano Banton. And it's Holiday in for Scoot Henderson. Porter's checked in for Milwaukee. So he gets them both. Bucks trail by 3. Portis sets the pick for Antetokounmpo. Up top, Portis over Williams. Williams with the block.
The amazing thing about Williams, yeah, he can block shots inside, but he can also block shots out on the perimeter. His ability to play in space means he's more than just a rim protector. Doesn't care where you're shooting from.
Porter against Holiday. Pass to Grant. Now, here's Sean. Porter with the steal. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Porter's got 11 points here in just the second half.
And we know Kevin Porter Jr. is capable of having big nights. And the way he's playing, this could be one.
Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Holiday against Porter. Holiday, the pass to Sharp. It's up a 3. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Avdia's checked in. Turner's checked in for the Bucks. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Jackson. Milwaukee in the lead. Now here's Giannis. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, Giannis is one of those guys, you look at the end of the season, he's going to be up there in free throw attempts per game.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Of course, one of the league's best scorers, Giannis poised to be one of the game's all-time best.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Portland with the ball. Right side Holiday. Williams kicks to Avdia. Turner with the steal. Giannis with it. Now Avdia defending. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
So nice to watch Giannis in the open floor, how graceful he is at covering so much ground.
Trailblazers trail by 5. Holiday with it. Sharp on the wing. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Milwaukee's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Kuzma kicks to Giannis. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Portland grabs the miss. Holiday's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Sharp. Porter with the steal. Oh, here we go. Antetokounmpo. Nobody back. Oh, Giannis punches it home.
Only a few big guys in this league that can score at will. Giannis is one of them.
And so Holiday will bring it up for the Trailblazers, trailing by 4. Sharp with it. Now Grant. Giannis with some nice D. And Porter, here we go. Outside Turner. Floats it up for Giannis. And stolen by Sharp. Holiday, the pass to Sharp. Back to Holiday. Over Green. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Milwaukee leading by 4. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Porter looking it over for 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 15 here tonight. Looking to get back on track here.
Anticipation and length makes Giannis a great shot blocker. His poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Williams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one drops.
Williams really does play more like a traditional center out there.
The Bucks making a switch here. Trent's checked in. That one misses. Free throw good. Porter.
And one of those guys who fell in the draft the year he came out due to injury. Porter healed up and has taken the lead by storm.
Now here's Porter. Trent outside. Porter a screen on Sharp. Here's Trent. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Trent's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Portland's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. Trent against Sharp. Picked by Williams. And it's sent back by Turner. And here we go. Fast break. Kuzma's got it. It's Porter outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Holiday's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Sharp.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharp, someone you can count on in the moment.
Pass to Kuzma. Giannis against Avdia. Turner with a screen on Avdia. Stolen by Grant. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Here's Williams. And it's Williams with the jam.
Oh, boy, did they need that one. Williams stepping up to the plate and delivering.
And the Bucks, they're shooting about 40% here in the 4th quarter. Turner with a screen on Holiday. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Nice. That one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
And looking at that replay again, just a big-time block right there.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
The Trailblazers shooting 40% in the 4th. Sharp on the wing. Holiday against Porter. to tie it up. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Holiday perks up a little bit when he gets to the inside, knowing that there's the possibility of some contact.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to one.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
Now here's Porter. Inside. Trent outside. Off target from three-point range.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
Bounce pass, Holiday. And that one goes out of bounds. It's touched by Porter.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time he might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Grant finds Holiday. Back to Grant. Clock at 6. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around.
Kuzma knowing his body well and using it.
Portland no good that time either. Avdia with the rebound. Avdia's got 8 rebounds in this game. Driving inside. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Oh, huge bucket from Sharp. You know he's got to be feeling good after that one.
The free throw drops for Sharp.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Castellanos. Shot to stop the run, and that one hits back iron. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. The lead is 2. Trent against Grant, and they call an illegal screen here.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Doc Rivers talking with his team. He told them to pick up the pace. He said, if we're going to win, we have to seize this moment and act fast. He said, go all out or go home. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
Now here is Holiday. Williams kicks to Avdia. Pass to Grant. Broke loose. And stolen by Kuzma.
Points are an absolute must here.
Can't come away empty. That would be the nail in the coffin.
Remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. .15 seconds left in the fourth. Avdia finds Holiday. Pass to Grant. Good!
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside. It just doesn't matter.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
He made it! He gets it to go! Wow!
Gets the big-time shot to fall, folks, and now we're headed to OT.
And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. They've got Robert Williams. Grant is out there with Denny Avdia. Then it's Shaedon Sharpe. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. Now here's Giannis. Following the miss by Denny Avdia. Count the basket.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
Portland trailing here. Here's Holiday. Pass to Sharpe. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Bucks. Now, Antetokounmpo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Denny Avdia picks one up.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
And the second free throw, good. Trailblazers trail by 3. Outside Holiday. Pass to Avdia. The rebound by Turner.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot, just as long as there's a miss, that kind of energy not wasted. That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
For Portland, they've gone 0 for 3 since the end of regulation. Not how they were hoping to start out this overtime period. Now here's Williams. Grant in the post. He's against Kuzma. No good from Grant. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. On deep, Trent. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Trent's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bucks.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Grant sets a screen for Holiday. Outside, Avdia. Here's Grant. And just miss after miss right now. Milwaukee leading by 9. To the paint. Here's Antetokounmpo. Oh, and Antetokounmpo hammers it in.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. So Holiday will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. And there's the defensive 3-second call. And the technical free throw is good. We've heard players and coaches complain, Brent, that the rules are too skewed in favor of the offense. You think that's true?
Well, Kevin, offense sells, and the fact that we've talked about how the league has increased pace, you don't really even have time to play defense in today's game. The one thing that I do like is that the league has allowed for some variance and some zone defense to start to be employed. So tactically, coaches are trying to throw different strategies out there, but man-to-man, it's hard.
Now here is Holiday, following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. Down low. That shot off the mark. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Floats it up for Giannis. The setup and the slam by Giannis.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
We're now about 3 minutes into this overtime period. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
The shot by Holiday, no good. Bucks leading by 12. Pass to Kuzma. Over Grant. Kuzma can't get it to go. Portland's got neither of their first 2 3-point attempts to fall here in overtime. And he gets the bucket. Grant's got 25 points.
In the last few years, we've seen a nice leap from Jeremy Grant, including how effective he can be in that spot.
Milwaukee's gone 2 for 2 on their 3-point shots since we started overtime, something they might want to stick with. The Bucks working the ball around. Kuzma kicks to Porter. Turner with a screen on Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Porter trying to free himself up. And Turner the bucket on the assist by Porter. And the Bucks lead by 12. .111 left to play in OT, and this battle continuing.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Bucks.
And I guess they waited for overtime to break out the big guns. It's not even close in this extra period.
And funny that after 4 quarters of really looking like this was a pick-em game, overtime was a complete beatdown. I can't say that I saw that coming.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Giannis.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Bucks on defense. A wide open look here for Klingon. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They'd used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through big and did exactly what was necessary once we got into OT.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Giannis, some early struggles, but what got you going?
I just trust myself. I just have confidence in myself, and that's what my teammates want me to do. They want me to stay aggressive, they want me to make the right play, and that's what I'm going to keep doing. Sometimes you have a bad game, and you let your teammates down, but at the end of the day, you got to pick it up because your teammates need you, and I'm going to be here for my teammates all day long.
Well, you were certainly there down the stretch, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.